episode 400, I'm going to be talking about tonight's WWE Backlash Premium Live event. Championships were on the line. Bad Bunny was in action in Puerto Rico. The Bloodline took on Zayn, Owens, and Riddle. And who survived in the main event? Cody Rhodes or Brock Lesnar? Live from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Hello, Wrestling Fanatics. It is a premium live event night, so that means it's a special live episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic right here on Sunday, May 6th, 2023. And just a short time ago, WWE Backlash just wrapped up, and I thought it was quite an entertaining PLE we saw tonight, and some very good matches on this show, I thought, and I will get to that and run down the entire card. First, just want to thank everyone for tuning in right here on 360 Wrestling Fanatic, episode 400, the special live post-show version for WWE Backlash. And without any further ado, let's get right into it. Tonight, Backlash was live from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and our commentators for tonight's PLE, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. And we start things off with the Raw Women's Championship on the line. Bianca Belair defending against Io Sky. And this one, what a match this was. This one definitely exceeded expectations for this one. Way better than I thought it was going to be. And for the most part, it was a one-on-one match. And then towards the end, we did see Damage Control, Bayley, and Dakota Kai get involved. Dakota Kai getting kicked off the apron by Bianca Belair, and Io Sky going up top, and Bayley from the floor holding on to Belair's ponytail. The referee seeing it, which allowed a little bit of a distraction. Belair was able to move out of the way, hits the KOD, gets the win to retain the Raw Women's Championship at 17 minutes, 58 seconds. Great match between these two. Definitely have to give a lot of credit here to both ladies, Bianca Belair and Io Sky. I if you asked me before this show started what my pick for match of the night was going to be, I don't know which one I would have said, but I would have been surprised if I would have picked this one to be match of the night. And I actually think I am going to have to go with this match right here and say match of the night. And it definitely stole the show. The crowd was hot for this whole match. Io Sky was, like they say, over like Rover tonight. And there was even a little bit during the match where Bianca Belair was being booed. Not very much, but a little bit. That's just how over Io Sky was with this crowd in Puerto Rico tonight. Once again, great effort from both ladies in this match. And in case you missed Backlash for some reason, I definitely recommend checking out this match. Just a great way to start off this show. And like I said, this might just be my pick of match of the night. And then it is time for Seth freaking Rollins to take on Omos with MVP in his corner. And this one, I wouldn't say it's one of my picks for match of the night, but it was better than I thought it was going to be. Seth Rollins and Omos, the kind of classic David and Goliath match here. And I thought this one was pretty good. Omos, of course, having the size advantage, dominated Rollins at the beginning. And then Rollins got the advantage. And at one point, he went for the stomp, but he wasn't able to stomp Omos's face down to the mat. Kind of got stuck a little bit. And then Rollins finally was able to hit the stomp. And then another one, but Omos kicked out of both of them. But then the finish sees Rollins hit the stomp from the top rope to get the win and defeat Omos. So your winner, Seth freaking Rollins. Again, this match I thought was better than I expected it to be. Gotta give, of course, credit to Seth Rollins, but also Omos. I thought he was very good in this match. 10 minutes, 33 seconds. And next up, Backlash continues with a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. On the line, as we have A-Town Down, Austin Theory taking on Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. Pretty good match here. I don't know if I would say one of the best matches of the night, but this one was pretty good. And this one, I mentioned David versus Goliath with Rollins versus Omos. This one, you kind of had one David taking on two Goliaths with the big men, Lashley and Reed. But like I talked about this morning on GMWF, Austin Theory snuck in and stole the victory and got the win to retain the United States Championship tonight against the two big men. And next is the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley taking on Zelina Vega, who you knew what was going to happen here. She was over big time in Puerto Rico. Her family was there in the front row. She had a Puerto Rican flag when she came out. Her gear was a Puerto Rican flag. And this match was pretty good, I thought. Of course, Zelina being the underdog, taking on Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley defeats Zelina Vega to retain the championship. 7 minutes, 12 seconds. Rhea leaves, and then Zelina is left in the ring, gets a huge ovation from the crowd, is very emotional. So once again, I thought this was actually a pretty good match between Ripley and Vega. Next is our San Juan street fight. Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny. And Damian Priest is out first. And then Bad Bunny makes his entrance. Comes out. I forgot to mention this. But first though, he goes over and gets a shopping cart with garbage cans, kendo sticks in it. Earlier in the night, we saw Bad Bunny in the back with Rey Mysterio and a surprise appearance. Savio Vega, as he gives Big Bunny a Puerto Rican kendo stick with the Puerto Rican flag. And this match gets started, and of course we see the weapons used, and at one point Damian Priest has a little bit of a bloody nose, and I thought this match was pretty good, to be honest. And better, once again, this was another match that I thought it was better than I expected it to be. And not that I expected it to be a bad match or anything. It's just that I wasn't sure how good of a match that it was going to be, but it turned out to be pretty good. But I'm not done with the recap yet. Of course, you got a lot of the weapons and things like that. A regular street fight. And then we see the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor make their way to the ring to assist Priest. And then we see Rey Mysterio come out to help Bad Bunny. And then we hear some familiar music. And it is Carlito making a surprise appearance here at Backlash. And at one point Dominic attacks him from behind, but then Carlito pulls out the apple, and then Rey Mysterio hits the 619, and then Carlito spits the apple into the face of Dominic. And then as the LWO, Dominic and Balor are making their way to the back, we once again see Savio Vega with the LWO, and they brawl with the Judgment Day. And Michael Cole notes that the LWO has the advantage this time instead of the Judgment Day always having the advantage. And in the ring, Bad Bunny defeats Damian Priest in this San Juan street fight, 25 minutes. So, once again, I thought this one was pretty good. I think it was a little too long, and then a little bit after, I did see on the Ringside News app that there was at least one report anyway that it did go longer than planned, which I wasn't too surprised about. With, the interference from the Judgment Day and the LWO, so some of that might have kind of stretched it out a little longer than it was supposed to be, but still, I didn't think it was too bad of a match. Bad Bunny victorious over Damian Priest. And next up, the 6-man tag team match, the Bloodline taking on the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and the original bro Matt Riddle. And this one, there was some tension in it, definitely, with Solo and his brothers, the Usos. But it was a good match here. And there was one point in the match where Jimmy had Riddle in the corner, or Zayn, or no, it was Owens, sorry about that, had the control, and then Solo tagged him out without his permission, and then Solo went in the ring, and then Jimmy tagged himself back in, and then the match continued, and then Solo at one point even grabbed Jimmy Uso and looked like it was about to give him the Samoan spike, but that did not happen, and the finish sees Solo Sikoa pin Matt Riddle, 22 minutes, 6 seconds. And actually, I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised that the Bloodline was victorious in the 6-man tag tonight. Pretty good match here. And definitely curious and interesting to see what will happen this Friday on SmackDown. And also tomorrow, now that the new rosters take effect, Owens and Zayn on Raw, will interested to see who will their next challengers be for the tag team championships. And of course, with the Bloodline, Roman Reigns will be on SmackDown this Friday. And now it is time for our main event of Backlash 2023. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking on the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. And this match was about the length I was expecting it to be. And even before the match started, before we got the opening bell, Cody Rhodes went right on to the attack on Brock Lesnar. using the steel steps, going over to the announce table, and then finally got in the ring. And Lesnar, of course, hitting a lot of German suplexes. And at one point, Cody Rhodes was holding on to the top turnbuckle pad. Lesnar went for the suplex, and the turnbuckle pad went flying off into the crowd, and that exposed the turnbuckle, which Lesnar ended up going face first into and getting busted wide open. Was a bloody mess. Also, blood all over Cody Rhodes as well. And Rhodes hits the crossroads. Lesnar kicks out. Lesnar hits an F5 and Cody kicks out. And Lesnar gets the armbar locked in, and Cody looks like Cody Rhodes is about to tap out and submit, but then he rolls Lesnar up real quick, gets the 3 count and the win. Kind of, maybe it's just me, but I thought this was kind of a surprising finish. This isn't exactly the finish that I was expecting to see in this match. But overall, I wouldn't say it was a bad match, though. For what it was pretty good. I definitely wouldn't say it was a great 5-star classic wrestling match. Not at all. But was it a good match? Yes. Bad match? No. I don't think it was anyway. And Cody Rhodes winning this one. And as I mentioned this morning on GMWF, I guess we could still see if Cody Rhodes does become the new Raw World Heavyweight Champion. I guess there is a way they could still get into another match between Cody and Lesnar for this new Raw World title at maybe SummerSlam. Possibly could see that main event. So that was tonight's WWE Backlash Premium Live event from Puerto Rico. And I thought it was a very good show tonight. I enjoyed it. I don't know about anybody else, but I thought there really wasn't a bad match on this show. And I would say there was some really good matches on here. The opening women's match, Bianca Belair and Io Sky, I think stole the show. And it was actually even kind of hard for everyone else on the card tonight to kind of follow. And like I said, Rollins and Omos, definitely not a bad match. And Theory retaining the U.S. title against Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. Okay match. Rhea Ripley defeating Zelina Vega. And Damian Priest, Bad Bunny. Not bad at all. And the 6-man tag was pretty good in the main event. And this show, it went by pretty quick too. Did not drag at all. Not for me anyway. But let me know what you think. That was my opinion. But leave in the comment section here on Spreaker or wherever you are listening, if they have a comment section, what you thought of Backlash tonight. what's your rating for the paper or premium live event, I should say. What did you rate tonight's show? Thumbs up, thumbs down, 1 through 10, whichever you want to do. Also, what was your pick of match of the night? Did you agree with me about the Bianca Belair and Io Sky match? Or did you think there was another match on tonight's card that was better? Let me know your opinions on this show in the comment section. Wherever you are listening, like I said, if the website or the app you are listening on has a comment section, or also if you just want to leave any other comment or question or suggestion, also the email 360wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. You can also let me know what you thought of Backlash there. And also, if you want to advertise, if you have a company, product, or business of any kind, you can advertise on the 360 Wrestling Podcast. And I'll do a read for you. Hopefully, I won't do too badly. And just email 360wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully we can work something out. And that's all for this episode 400 of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, live on Spreaker right now. If you have listened to the last pay-per-view post-shows or with WWE Premium Live event, after these big shows like this, I plan on going live on Spreaker right after the show goes off the air, and hope to have more new episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic coming at you. So stay tuned to 360 Wrestling Podcast, and we'll be back tomorrow morning with Good Morning Wrestling Fans, the Sunday episode. And thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in live, or if you're listening to the podcast version. Thank you very much. Hope everyone else also enjoyed Backlash tonight. And until tomorrow morning, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.